Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the Monday after a long weekend. I had a market on Saturday and Sunday, and it was a long one. It was an hour and a half away from me, so we stayed overnight for the one night, and it rained on Sunday during the market, which was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. It was a good weekend overall, even though Sunday was a little bit stressful. But today I'm going to take you along as I clean up the aftermath of a rainy market and show you how I'm going to reorganize my office, because right now it's a big mess because I've had a lot of yarn come in and I haven't been able to organize it yet. And then also with my bags of yarn that are, or my bags of stuffies that are everywhere left over from the market. I didn't sell as much as I was hoping to, so I still have a lot of stuffies, which is good because next weekend on Sunday I have another doubleheader market, but this is 2 markets on the same day. So my husband is going to do one market and I am going to do another market, and then my wonderful sister is going to come here and babysit our kids for us. So it is going to be a very busy week as I try to prepare and split up those 2 markets. So I'm going to also take you along today, splitting up those stuffies into 2 different bags. I'll show you them just in a second, but I happen to have 2 different color bags that I use, so I'm going to kind of color code them for each market. So I'll take one color bag and then my husband will take the other color bag to keep things simple and organized. Yeah, so let me show you the state of my office. It's looking a little rough right now, but just as a starting point as I clean this up. And then later today I have to open up our tent from yesterday, and once the sun comes out, it's pretty cloudy out right now, but later I think the sun is supposed to come out, so I'm going to open up the tent so it has time to air out and all the rain will get off of it. And then we also need to clean off our tent sides. The tent sides are always, after rain, of course, very wet, but then the bottoms of the tent sides where they're in like just dirt, and we had mulch on the back side of the tent, so they're very dirty. They need to be cleaned, so we'll be doing that as well. Okay, so here is starting at the door already. I have some bags hanging up that got wet and dirty. They're drying overnight. I think they're dry now, but I don't know if you can see, but there's dirt left over from being on the ground. So I have 3 of these bags hanging up throughout the room, and then I'm going to clean them up. I have my kids' toys and activities kind of all over. My kids downstairs are playing right now, so it's very loud. But here are my kids' pom-poms, an activity that my daughter likes to do. That's just chilling in the room. Lots of yarn. These are for DIY kits. I don't think I have really anything in either of these 2 bins. I'm gonna clean up these bins and pack them away, and then here are just 2 of my boxes of my yarn shipment that came in. I need to put away these. All of my yarn that I have is not going to fit on the shelf. I obviously have to clean up this shelf very much. It is looking like a mess, and it's been a while since I've organized the yarn, but all of the yarn that I have come in are still not gonna fit in the shelf and even up there. So I'm still gonna have some boxes around, but hopefully I'll at least be able to get rid of a few. I have my Bee Plushies box out as well. I need to find a new place for that. And then over here are my bags of stuffies left over from the market. I need to organize that and split up the stuffies evenly between the 2 different colored bags for the market next weekend. And then of course I have 1, 2, 3, and then another one down there of boxes. So I have 4 boxes over here, 2 over here. I have 2 more downstairs of just yarn. So it's a lot, and it needs to get taken care of today. Here's just some more display stuff that is left over from the market. I have the 2 more bags over here drying. I need to get those cleaned up and done. Here is my desk, which is looking pretty messy as well. Of course, down there, book for my kids. So I need to get this cleaned up. My breakfast plate. My label printer is over here on the ground. I need to pick that back up. And then here's the state of the bed, which is actually not too bad. Just got some extra tortoise stuffies here that I need to put away as well. So yeah, this is the state of my office. I need to get things put away, and I need some walking space around here. So that is what I'm going to work on, and I'm going to do a time lapse of organizing this yarn shelf and putting away the yarn that I'm going to put on my Instagram, so I'll insert it here as well. This is the before, and then I will show you the after as well. The first thing I want to work on is just organizing the yarn to kind of clear up some of these boxes, but before I do that, I need to clean up the bed so I have a clean looking space for making my reel. So I got the bed cleaned except for this yarn here. One of the most asked questions that I get is what yarn I use, where I get it from, the brand, the size, all of that. So I'm going to share with you now the 5 different brands that I use, which one I use the most, and where I get it from. Okay, so these are the brands that I use. These are all chunky blanket yarn. They all have a little bit of a different name, but this is from Joann. This is Bernat Blanket Extra Thick. You can see when you're looking in the store, this is jumbo size 7. So this one is from Joann. This one is 72 yards, I think. 72 yards? Yeah, this one is 72 yards. I love these. This is equal to, I think, almost 3 regular skeins of yarn. I love that it's giant, and I usually get this yarn in the multicolored yarn that I like to use for like my jellyfish and octopus. And then this one is Bernat Blanket Big, so same size but a little bit of a different name. This is big, this one is extra thick, also jumbo size 7. This one is 20 or 32 yards. This one I get at Michael's. This is from Hobby Lobby, the Yarn Bee Eternal Bliss, and this one is 28 yards. This one is a great price. I love using this one. Especially when it's on sale. It goes on sale every other week, and it's goes on sale for 30% off. So this one is a great price. This one is also a great price. This one's from Walmart, the Mainstay Chenille Chunky Yarn. I believe this one's 31.7 yards. This one is super bulky 6. It gets the job done. It's a little bit thinner, but you can still easily use this when making blankets or stuffies. And then the last one that I've been most recently working with is the A&R Workshop Yarn Chunky Knit Yarn. You can just go on Google or lionbrandyarn.com, A&R Workshop. If you just Google it, multiple sites sell it. Also jumbo size 7. And this one is 28 yards. I like using these for my whale DIY kits, which I recently just changed the colors to. So yeah, these are all the different brands that I use. And now I am going to organize all of these different yarns that I have. Okay, so I am all done with my yarn wall. I got all of that yarn up there. I still have a lot of yarn that is in boxes. The room itself is still a mess because of all the boxes and all of the bags that the yarn came in, so I need to clean that up. Okay, so here are all of the boxes. These are mostly empty. This one's empty. That one's half full. I still have some yarn here. I've got yarn, of course, in that little case over there too. So I'm going to clean up the boxes and this mess over here. And then I am going to keep these 2 boxes here, and I'm just going to put the extra yarn in this box as well. But I will have some space cleared up once I get this all the boxes and garbage cleaned up. So I broke down the boxes that are empty and it looks a little bit more spacious now. I just have all of these bags that I need to work on going through the Stuffies and just breaking them up into the 2 separate bags that way they are ready to go for the market. Okay, so I just finished splitting up the Stuffies into their bags, and then I just need to get them into their different piles. I started doing the blue ones, and yeah, once this is done, I'm going to start working on putting together some orders. Another thing that happened during the market was this zebra fell, and I got it cleaned pretty well, but there is still some dirty spots, which I don't even know if it shows up on camera. But yeah, so that's just something that happens at my market. Stuffies will fall off my shelf. Most of the time it's by accident, but it's always kind of devastating when that happens, especially when it's raining and it's muddy on the outside of my tent. But I think it will make it. I think it will be okay. Yeah, so I have a few more Stuffies that I need to make this week as I prep for these 2 markets, and as I make those Stuffies, I'll just put them in the bags. So I'm really excited about that market this week, or both markets this week, and hopefully it will be a great market. So I also collapsed these 2 bins right there. I also collapsed those 2 bins that were in front of these, and so that is a little bit more space, but now I have the blue bags in front of it. So these 4 blue bags are going to be going out into our van once they are completely full. The next 2 days I'll probably finish the Stuffies that I need for this market, and then I put the other 3 black bags that will go to the other market in the closet. I have a little bit more Stuffies to make for this one, so they're gonna stay in the closet out of the way for a little bit until I get those Stuffies made. I also have some DIY kits left over for my market. I usually bring 2 of each, so at the market this weekend I sold 2 mini whale DIY kits, 2 of the large bee DIY kits, and then I have 2 whale DIY kits left over. I also have some DIY kits to make for this market, so I probably won't bring a total of 6 DIY kits to both markets. I'll probably bring like 4 to each and choose which ones to bring. So I have some DIY kit orders to make now that I'm done cleaning up the room a bit. I'll show you what it looks like after cleaning up, a before and after. So as I make those DIY kit orders, I'll make some extra, so I will have them for the market. And that's how I love to do it. Okay, so I just need to clean up my desk, put the bin back, and then I will show you the after once I'm done cleaning up the room. It's quite a few hours later, but I forgot to show you the completed cleaned room, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so here is the clean room. Of course, I have the bags there still. Here is all the yarn put away. I have these boxes here because I'm about to pack up some orders, and the desk is not as clean anymore because I was just working there, but there is just so much more space in this room now, so I'm happy to have it back and organized and already have things ready for the market next weekend.